How you going, guys? Late night Nick here. Today we'll be having a look at this 89 Tarago. Now I didn't have a plan to get an 89 Tarago, I only got it because my HRV unexpectedly died. But today I'll be having a look at it inside and out, taking it for a bit of a test drive, and yeah, just seeing how it goes. It's a nice little car, but yeah, give it for a bit of an honest review and see how we go. First thing we'll be looking at is the exterior. Now this is the shitty Forte model. This is the much cheaper model. If you ever see the ad for this car, it's hilarious. It is somewhere on YouTube, and as you can see, mine's had a little bit more rust for wear. I thought I would film this review before I bog up and paint this up, because that way you get to see kind of what you get for $1,500 in a van. Now, being a van, this keeps its value very well. Whereas like a car or something, you'd probably get like 2004, just a sedan like a Falcon or Commodore for about $1,500, $2,000. This, you get 1989. Yeah. But it's, I think it's 4.6 long, 1.6 wide. So it's actually not that big, but inside it is very big. Probably one of the most endearing things about this car is its actual size and the style inside. It is so late 80s, 90s. This is the sort of thing, like it looks like my house growing up. You know, some cool little features you get with this base model is some vents up there that come out with some aircon and its own blowers. You've got AC control for the passenger, and as I can say, plenty of room. So you've got in here, you've got the baby seat, and you've got a whole bunch of stuff in the back, and that copes with that with no problem at all. Now we come to the business end of things. Now I'm quite lucky that this interior isn't completely destroyed due to its age, but that just speaks so loudly to Toyota's ingenuity and how they just build things to last, especially in this time period. This is when you have those Corollas, you know, those like tissue box Corollas, and you know, you've got leather steering wheel. All three have got an aftermarket stereo, so we won't rate that, but all your dials are pretty straightforward. Now you've got a control, like this is like your safety for like your foolproofing for the back, so they've got the controls in the back, and you can turn that like access on and off from here, so in case you want them to self reveal. I've got the manual. Alright, now we're going to have a quick look underneath the seat as it is, as you cannot look underneath the hood as there's no engine there. And just for anybody that does buy one of these, the thing that holds the seat up is right here. They don't really make it obvious. It kind of looks like another strap. Because I struggled with just holding up when I was checking the oil when I first bought it. So here is your whopping 83 kilowatt 2.2 motor on this Tarago. But the good thing is you really can't get to it. But the good thing is it's a massive improvement on the motors that they had beforehand. Beforehand they had 1.8s. So this is like a fairly decent motorbike improvement. So essentially, all you can really do with this access is check your fluids and fill them up. You know, you're not going to get into the timing belt from here. You know, there's probably a way. I guarantee there's a way, because there's no way that this has just got all the original parts. But I can guarantee it would not be fun. We lost about 10 or 15 over the years, but the great thing is it's 83 kilowatts at the rear wheels. This is the first rear wheel drive car I've had in a very long time. If you look hard enough, you can actually find people drifting these on YouTube. I don't know how modded those cars are, but I would suggest a lot. Now I am actually using headphones to record this video, so if you think the car's driving sketchy, it's actually the car, it's me trying to avoid from slapping my phone into the floor by grabbing the headphone cables. Check out a little bit of a right turn here. So this is a 5-speed. So the great thing about this is you don't really have to use it to go up to 100 kilometers an hour, or 60 miles an hour. You really can just stick in fourth, get those high revs going, about 3.5, and it doesn't red light until about 5.5, which is fantastic. It's very responsive for its age. It's got power steering, which not every car had at this age. In fact, I had a car that was 2 years newer, a Reveiw dual cab, so it wasn't even like the cheapest one they made. No power steering at all. Just come up to this here roundabout. Samsung camera working its magic there. Samsung are great phones, just the cameras are a bit of a letdown compared to what you get on iOS. But I'm not a slave to Apple and it's Apple ass, so I guess I should thank them. Easily handle 100. I've heard stories and seen videos of these being towing small boats, towing small trailers. You know, just because it's got the power at the rear wheels, it handles it quite well. I was lucky enough that mine came with a fairly decent sound system, which is great when you've got a car this old, because there will be noises you want to cover up. I don't care how well the person before you, if it's almost 30 years old, you're going to need to cover up some noises. They have power steering, drum brakes, unfortunately, no power assist, no, so when it comes to rain and stuff, you're going to want to really be careful. Probably you want to go about 10 k's under the speed limit at least, just because if it freezes up on you, and I've had an older car, 91 Accord, freeze up on me with the brakes, it's not fun. It's really not fun. Yeah, turning, because you've got no bonnet, this is actually a really easy car to drive. And park, U-turn, anything you need to do, it makes it so much easier when you don't have a big front end to worry about. Yes, you've got a big rear end, but like, the front of the car will go where the back of the car will go where the front of the car will go. The front of the car made it, the back of the car will make it too. You know, it's as simple as that. So you don't really have to worry about the back end, unless you're reversing. Swear that this big ass speed bump is just going to kill this car's suspension. This will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Oh, I hate it so much. Yeah, it all drives very smooth thanks to, I guess, part maintenance, but mainly Toyota's reputation of building things around this area that just kept going. So everything's smooth like a new car, you know? Do a bit of a U-turn and park behind my green car. You got my RV, my green car, everything, mate, everything. You know, just late night Nick's got it popping with the vehicles. Now the back of this car, as you can see, I've pretty much got enough that would fill up a, you know, I got a pram, I got some coolant, I got some shittily organised jumper cables, fucking 4-way tyre iron, little homemade funnel there. But yeah, it's still got so much room in here. These seats fall down in about 2 minutes, and these seats just ahead of me, they fold all the way down, but they don't. This one flips forward, this one doesn't flip forward. You've actually got to unbolt it. Unbolting it would probably be like a 5-minute job, to be honest. So if you are looking for a van life fan, this would be very suitable, just because I think you'd pretty easily get a single mattress just across here and be able to leave that seat in, you know, and then you'd have all this for storage, you know, have a little bit of a hot plate here, get a TV, you know, old fatback TV where you can just bash around a bit with a set-top box and a, you know, poke a extension cord through here and you'd be sweet. Anyway, that's about it for this one. I'd probably give it about probably 4 stars, you know. I think that if you can find one on the second-hand market, nobody wants to sell them. Getting the moonroof one is a lot better, just a little bit more expensive. This RV model is the cheapest one, and getting an automatic. But that being said, that's not really the car maker's fault. I'd probably give this 4 out of 5 stars. Obviously, there are a lot of things that could be better. You know, it could have ABS. ABS is around at this point. It could have power windows. Power windows have been around for a long time. But considering that it is the base entry model, I really can't fault it on too much, you know. The brakes, maybe airbags. Airbags are around at this time. But really, for what you're paying, especially these days, about $1,500 Australian, so probably in America, probably $700, $900. You just can't really compare it to anything else.